100% Chelsea. Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. Dominic!
Hey.
Across the line, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest performance. It's cold, it's windy, it's wet, and Chelsea just about got there. 2-1 against a Fulham side that really we shouldn't have been struggling against. I understand that we've had our difficulties of late, and they've had their difficulties of late as well. They've had a new manager this week in Scott Parker. However, I understand that teams want to really show off to their new manager. However, with the exception of the goal we gave them, they really gave nothing in terms of going forwards. I just think Chelsea and their potency of going forwards ourselves was really lacklustre. I thought Higuain was really unlucky in that first half, not to get 2 or 3 actually.
Yeah.
I thought there were a couple of instances where he really should have been a bit more rugged.
Proactive.
Yeah, exactly, and maybe not take a touch when he actually could have just taken it first time. That said, I thought in the second half it was a completely different game for Chelsea. We didn't show the passion. We didn't show the creativity that the first half really showed that we could. And actually, Fulham obviously scored that decent goal. We gave it to them. You said Christensen was out of position. I haven't seen it back again.
I wouldn't say it was out of position. I just think it's a case that the zonal marking system. I don't understand it. I think most people don't. Zonal markings it's a very lax system to use, in my opinion, when it comes to set piece defence.
Particularly as it wasn't even difficult. It was literally man at the back post and he just volleys it in. I would understand maybe if we were zonal and he heads it out and then they take a really good volley from the outside of the box. Fine, takes deflection. Fine, I'd understand that. But it was literally a simple tap in. Chelsea got back into the lead 2-1, and yeah, that was positive. My real worry is that I said after my fan cam on Wednesday, we need to create some sort of consistency, some sort of performances where actually we're against opponents where we shouldn't be expected to struggle, but we are struggling. We should have come here and, as you and I said at breakfast this morning, we should have comfortably beat them 2 or 3 goals. And they did defend well in the second half. But Chelsea, they lacked potency and they lacked a strong finish. I'm starting to worry about this whole striker situation because we've been away from home in the last few weeks against Spurs, against Arsenal, against City, against Bournemouth. Today were the first goals that we've scored away from Stamford Bridge in a while. And it's still not a convincing performance. And a lot of people will be saying that I'm very negative, and I think actually it warrants it because we put a good shift in last Sunday. We put in a good shift against Spurs, and we should be building on top of that. We go against Kiev on Thursday, and I think Chelsea really need to show what we're made of. I really hope, if he's not playing Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek from the start today, they need to be starting for a considerable amount of time, not being brought off the bench. They need to be starting, and they need to be given a chance to show what they can give. And then we go up against Wolves next Sunday.
That's going to be no pushover, is it?
That is not. We saw on the worst footballing day of all of our lives.
I didn't see. You saw.
Yeah, at Molineux in December. They beat us. We scored in the 28th minute, and then they scored 2 really well-worked goals. They are a difficult team to beat. They'll be right up for it. They've got not much to lose. They're not really challenging for top 6. They're 10 points off Chelsea in 6th position, and they're not. Then the people behind them, it's fine. They will be looking to come to Stamford Bridge and actually putting out a display against Chelsea, a really top side. And I think Chelsea are going to be. They're going to really need to get their heads together. We've got 2 important games in the next few weeks. Let's see what we can do.